Guys, so I've been watching, seen some YouTube videos fairly recently about people being like homeless or saying they're homeless and they're living in their car. And I just want to say, you're not really homeless if you're living in your car. I understand the feeling. I know that sort of feeling of sort of transience and just not having an actual place to go back to, but you do have a car, and that's something. And there's some good things about having a car. If you have a car, you can move around. You can go check other places out. You can, you're mobile. So you kind of have a mobile home. You're not really that homeless. I've been there though. I know the feeling because I did that for a whole summer. I lived up on Mount Hood, and actually I just camped out, and I wanted to snowboard for the summer, so I went up to Mount Hood. I drove up there in my truck, and I found a public place where I could set up my tent up in the forest, and I had my truck too, and I would sleep in the tent right next to the river. It was pretty nice. And I did that for probably, I don't know, at least a couple months, I think. And sort of before and after that time, too, I was also traveling around a lot. And I lived, when I had that truck, I did live in it sometimes. Mainly like during the summer, like traveling around. So I understand the feeling. And then also in Korea, when I lived in Korea and taught English in Korea, I also, between sort of jobs once, I lived in a jjimjilban. And I say I lived in a jjimjilban, it's kind of like I stayed in a jjimjilban. A jjimjilban, there's nothing like it in the States or anywhere else I've really been. It's kind of like a spa sort of place with heated rooms, and then there's sometimes like different hot tubs, or sometimes they put something in the water, some herbs or something. Sometimes they're man-made, sometimes they're kind of natural, or when I say natural, like there's supposedly some hot spring, like the water's coming from a hot spring. They're not like wild though, they're like man-made structures and stuff. And then there's like different rooms where you have like, let's see, different temperatures, and there's no like beds or anything in that there, but they'll give you like a blanket, a uniform, and you can stay there overnight. A lot of people do stay over there overnight. So basically it's heated floor. This is a really nice thing about Korea. You'll find a lot of places like that with heated floors, and so you could stay there, and it's really cheap. It's cheaper than a hostel. It's like, I don't remember, maybe like anywhere from like 6,000 to 9,000 won. So maybe like, if I remember correctly, $6 to $9 a night or something like that. And you can shower there, basically everything. So I did that for like 6 months. You have no private space at all. People could be snoring next to you. You don't have a bed. You just have I have my yoga mat, so I bring my yoga mat with me, and then you get like a couple blankets from them, and it's good for doing yoga. It's like, yeah, it's good. But you don't have privacy, so I understand the feeling. I did that for a long time, and it kind of makes you feel restless and stuff when you don't have your own home, but you're not really homeless. It can get like, here, I live in San Francisco, there's a lot of really homeless people here, If you think living in a car is difficult, how does this look? It looks alright, actually. They don't have a car. They don't have a home, and they're sleeping in like cardboard boxes. And right now it's cold out there, or sleeping someplace up against some storefront or something like that. So I don't know. Just the whole point is, you're not really homeless. I know like that feeling. It's kind of feeling like just you sort of feel like you are homeless because you don't really have a place like a home, apartment, or whatever to go stay in. But just see it as it's temporary, and it's not that bad. It could be a lot worse, you know. So be grateful for what you have. You do have a car to stay in or whatever. Yeah, keep that in mind. It's temporary. Just remember that.